So as I've been saying, and as I've been trying to say, thank you, I really don't like Valentine's Day. This isn't exactly a hot take, because it's super fucking corporate. Um, but every holiday is corporate. There's something particularly shitty about Valentine's Day. I think it makes a lot of people feel bad. Because, like, is Easter corporate? Yeah, of course, sure. Is Halloween corporate? Yeah, maybe a little less so because most of what goes on in Halloween is like costume making and like trick or treating. That's kind of like the pull. I feel like Halloween might be the least corporate holiday, in fact, or at least one of the least corporate holidays. Thanksgiving isn't corporate? True. Thanksgiving isn't very corporate. I mean, obviously every holiday is going to be corporatized, but the core of Thanksgiving isn't really corporate. Valentine's Day, on the other hand, is just thoroughly. Oh, I know the Macy's parade. I know, I know, I know. Of course, of course, of course. But when I say it's corporate, what I mean is like, to what extent is this being manufactured, as opposed to what extent is this being sort of taken advantage of? I don't think that Thanksgiving is being that manufactured. I feel like there's a very sort of sincere element of mutual, collective socializing that exists in Thanksgiving that is exigent to all the corporate nonsense. But Valentine's Day is so fucking corporate, dude. It's all chocolate, flowers, and holiday cards. Valentine's Day is such a shit holiday. I share a birthday with it. I don't give a fuck about Valentine's Day. I like my birthday. And the worst part of it is that it's trying to push something that you shouldn't be pushing with a holiday. What is Thanksgiving? Okay, you say thanks and you eat food. Whatever, cool, okay? What is Christmas? You give presents and spend time with your family. Okay, maybe excusable, fine. But Valentine's Day is about like a show of affection to your partner in a very specific and very corporately narrowed way. Again, it's all pink chocolates and flowers. It would be imagine if Christmas was exactly as it is now, except it was only socially acceptable to give presents that are like Christmas themed. So you can only give people like Christmas jumpers or like big candy canes or whatever. You know? That's what it feels like with Valentine's Day. We're like, not only is the emotion being manufactured, but the way in which you express it is being manufactured too. And also the consequences um of Valentine's Day, I think, are a lot worse as well. Um because I think it makes a lot of people like feel like shit. There's nothing inherently wrong with like a day where you appreciate your partner or whatever. But the way I'm ignoring my partner here in chat. But the way that it gets like dealt with in society is just like super fucking. I don't know. I feel like it just makes people feel lonely. Like, here's an ideal Valentine's Day. An ideal Valentine's Day is just one in which um there's a day where it's kind of like Thanksgiving, where you're just encouraged to demonstrate affection and appreciation to the people in your life who you care about. That's like an ideal Valentine's Day. But that's not what Valentine's Day is. It's a hyper corporate excuse to place an expectation on people to performatively demonstrate material affection for their partner. That's kind of how it's treated. That's how I treat it. Well, good for fucking you, girlfriend of mine. We're so glad that your enlightened fucking holiday sensibilities transcend the sociological impact on hundreds of millions of people. Thank you so much, Hyena, for enlightening us with your wisdom. Now I don't need to talk about the broader socio-political implications of Valentine's Day because you know how to treat it right. Thank you. Nicely done. Very nice. Big. Now, today's Valentine's Day, and we're pairing this. We're pairing this with, at this point, the highest rate of depression, loneliness, and suicidality in America, at least. that we have seen in a century. I know that the rate of suicidality was very high during the Great Depression, for example. I know that was pretty bad. But there's a modern epidemic of loneliness and social atomization that makes Valentine's Day feel like more of a cruel joke than anything. Doesn't it feel that way a little bit? Like as people are getting lonelier and lonelier, as people are getting fewer and fewer friends, you still see for 2.5 months before Valentine's Day, the moment Christmas ends, um, or I guess that'd be 1.5 months. You see all of the Safeway aisles packed with the pink candy and stuff. I mean, I just like, how does it feel for all of the incredibly lonely people out there? And I'm not saying that we can never have any fun because lonely people exist. It's just like there's a juxtaposition that is taking place here. And I think that juxtaposition is being worsened by the attitudes that are perpetuated by Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is extremely monogamous, which is very cringe. Valentine's Day is extremely like gendered. Again, and I'm not saying this like ooh, I'm triggered by gender binaries. Just like it's just fun. It's all pink. It's all pink. It's just like all hearts and you give you ooh, yeah. It's all very heteronormative. It's just all so bland. It's also uh not bland, I don't know, samey, corporate approved. You put the stamp. Yeah, see, look, lonely people. V-Day makes you feel lonelier. What would be nice is if the day was more about celebrating intimacy and companionship in a more sort of generic way. But of course it's not. Like, of course it can't be that in its current state. Um, which is also very cringe. But like, what do you do about that? I don't know. I just think it's a bad holiday. Why monogamy bad? If you want to practice monogamy, that's fine. But I think the social reinforcement of monogamy is the only valid type of relationship is obnoxious, and harmful culturally. I think it's one of the things that contributes to our social atomization. Um, because like goddamn too, when I think and not only like I'm not very consumerist in general. Like when I think of how do I affirm my love for a partner, buying chocolates, like that's how we're doing it. It's such a weird. It's like I've talked about toxic femininity before, where there are some girls out there whose brains have been turned into soup by Disney movies. So they're just like spending their whole lives waiting to be swept up by Prince Charming and to be given the beautiful 84 karat gold diamond ring, and to be showered with chocolates for the rest of their life or whatever. And I feel like this is kind of reminiscent of that. How do you show your affection for somebody? Oh, you give them the heart-shaped box with the chocolates in it and the pink flowers and rose petals, well, whatever. And it's also samey. I think that attraction and expressions of affection should be highly personalized. Chocolates, flowers, diamonds, jewelry. These things can be nice, but when it's expected you do these things, it can really drone out the individuality of a gift. Like me, for example, I don't like gifts that much because I rarely use them. The nicest gifts that I've gotten have been little fucking art pieces from my girlfriend because I love art. That's it. She drew a thing. Looks really nice. If she had gotten me the biggest fucking flower, bouquet in the world, or the biggest box of chocolates, or any of that crap, it just wouldn't have sat with me. And we know this because there isn't a specific thing that we look to purchase for our partners during their birthdays or during Christmas. We know that we're supposed to personalize our gifts there, but for Valentine's Day, we don't personalize our gifts, or we're not expected to. There's just kind of like a frame, There's like just a very narrow window. Best gift I've ever gotten from a partner was a pack of smokes. That speaks either to your appreciation of cigarettes or towards your generally poor, history of having been given gifts. How do you feel about anniversaries? I don't like any broad social obligation to perform for other people, you know? I don't like those things. Holidays and ritual can be fine, but if there's like a broader sort of expectation that you do this or that at given points in time, I think that it really cuts down on how special that gift can be in the right contexts, which sucks. It's very cringe, not good. Um, when can we make a holiday about anal? I would unironically prefer a sex holiday, like an explicitly sex holiday to Valentine's Day. Because if you're single and it's Valentine's Day, you just feel lonely. And if you're in a relationship in Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Are you ready? I've got the real. I might be projecting here. Does anyone here want Valentine's Day? I'm in a relationship, and every Valentine's Day, my partner does great shit for me. But I don't want Valentine's Day. We can find other excuses. Yeah, I know Hyena genuinely likes it. But yeah, I feel like the plurality here. Make a poll? I don't know how to make polls. I forget every time I do one. Because again, like, I like the things I do during Valentine's Day. I don't like Valentine's Day. Yeah, I just don't. It just doesn't. Yeah, I just don't like it. But, and now this isn't a poll. I just want to see a show of hands in chat. Just yes, no. Do you like Halloween? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I'm seeing probably 60-40 yes, maybe 70-30 yes. There are ways to do holidays right and ways to do holidays wrong. I just don't think we're hitting it with Valentine's Day, folks. I think we have to make a better Valentine's Day. Culturally, we can move away. Because we can change holidays, you know. Halloween wasn't always the way Halloween is now. Christmas wasn't always the way Christmas is now. We had to murder all those Native Americans to get our Thanksgiving. We put effort into that, you know? Our ancestors broke their backs handing out smallpox blankets, okay? Let's celebrate their memory by working to build a better holiday ourselves. For Valentine's Day, who must we genocide to improve it? The straights. No, but seriously, make it inclusive, not exclusive. Make it descriptive, not prescriptive. Instead of Valentine's Day being about the day where you do some performative show of affection, usually to the girl from the guy, by the way. My partner is excellent, who does wonderful things for me more than I do for her. But for most relationships, I feel like it's usually expected the guy does like the thing for Valentine's Day, you know? Um, but but yeah, this incredibly limited set of expectations, um we need to make it inclusive, you know, less heteronormativity. What if Valentine's Day was, when Valentine's Day was better? Valentine's Day was better in elementary school. I agree, Derry Cypher. Valentine's Day, when you got shitty little cards for the kids in class. What if, yeah, Valentine's Day were you just, what if it was just expected you like write little cards of affection for like everyone like in your life, you know? Not like only the people who you want to fuck or whatever, but like everyone in your life who you spend any amount of time with, you know? Um Not again, just I'm clarifying, not only for the people you like or like, you know, just for the people you care about to any extent, even coworkers. Just share a little something something. That is a whole other subject. What about me? A little something something. You know, I did nice stuff for my coworkers when I was in a security job. And it was a lot of fun, you know, if they had like a birthday or something or other. It's fun to share affection with people. It just feels nice. It doesn't have to be. Stop with this atomization, with this one person, this singular human being who needs to complete your life, and you don't need anyone else. Fuck that. Fuck this. This all you need is love nonsense. Okay, I hate this shit. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it. No, that's bad. All these all the 80s songs. You know what they were about? They were about the idea that all you need in life is like one person to love you and then you're set. Fuck that. Humans are communal. We don't fucking pair bond to the exclusion of all other people. But our society normalizes that idea so much. It's crazy. All the time they do this. They reinforce, they assert this concept that it doesn't matter if everyone else in your life treats you like shit. It doesn't matter if your life sucks. All you need is that one girl or guy. And then everything becomes magical. Fuck that, dude. It's so complacent. It's such a ridiculously complacent attitude where we ignore the fact that we have communal bonds. The communal bonds mean a lot. And we pour all of our affection and interest and time into one person. Why do you think there are so many fucking divorces? Why do you think there are so many people in miserable relationships? Literally, all of my fucking childhood friends grew up in broken homes except for me. I had the Together family. My mom and dad go on 2-hour walks every day, okay? Even though they're fucking 58 or whatever. All of my other friends had parents who were broken up in some way or another. Every single one of them. My parents doing it out. Okay? But why do you think there are so many failed marriages? I mean, is the one pair bonding really like so stable an institution where we should be like hinging everything on it? Yeah, I agree, Spao. A lot of people romanticize the idea of being in a relationship more than the relationship itself. Yeah, because when they think of a relationship, they think of like the set of like conveniences and idealized interactions that feel really nice and cozy. But in reality, people are messy and conceited and stupid and fucking dumb and dumb babies. So it's just the problem is capitalism. Well, I know that. But even without capitalism, there are still some social attitudes that can be adjusted here, you know? Instead of being so fixated on affection towards one person, towards finding that one person, and then finding the right gifts for that one person, and then adhering to the corporate expectations of a holiday for that one person, why not put a little bit more time and effort into showing affection and receiving affection for a larger group of people? Again, affection can mean everything from, hey man, I really appreciate the way you work the register. You're always so bright and cheerful when you do. I'm serious. This isn't a joke. I'm not hyperbolizing. So yeah, if you work fucking at Subway, hey man, the way you work the register is really cool. You know, I know it. I know that like this job sucks or whatever, but the way you're so bright and cheerful and you're so quick at it, it's just cool to be surrounded by people who are so like competent. Working with you brightens my day in this dumbass job. You know, smiley face, heart. Okay, and then put it over to them. That's it. That's affection. That's affection right there. You don't have to fuck this person. You don't have to fuck this person. It's not necessary to put your penis in, on, or around this person. You can just, welcome back, Kanga. You can just show affection towards people. How so much of our work is made miserable because everyone just wants to get through the day. But what they don't realize is that work would be so much more tolerable if we put a little bit more That's really fucking creepy, and I really wish you would stop encouraging people to be weird. See, Omicron, this is exactly what I mean. I was talking about a holiday in which people do this, so there was more of a social expectation that people did this. Even so, is that creepy? I don't think that's creepy. Maybe it's weird to do that if there's no broader social expectation to do that. I don't think that's creepy. It super is? I don't think so. A lot of people think complimenting people is creepy. You know, when I was in security, I would compliment people, men, women, like all the time. It's possible to do these things without being creepy. You can do it really easily. All you have to do is really simple, okay? Okay? A fucking lady walks by, I'd be like, hey, that's a sick jacket. Nice. That's it. Kablam. Compliment. But I swear if I put that on Twitter, you know, somebody'd be like, you really shouldn't be complimenting random women on the street. That probably makes them feel really vulnerable and uncomfortable. Like, you know, like, if you want to editorialize, you can editorialize. I think we should normalize complimenting people. Are we really that far gone in society that we can't we need to like teach ourselves to normalize being like complimentary towards people? Yeah, I find that kind of interaction very upsetting, and I'm male. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't think society should be made cold and heartless because some people are uncomfortable with very simple demonstrations of appreciation. It gets creepy when you call them sugar tits. Wait, you shouldn't call women sugar tits? No. Obligatory compliments are forced and annoying though, Vosh. We're not grade schoolers. It's not forced compliments. It's not like a fucking police officer comes to your house and puts a gun to your head. No, we need to normalize minding your own goddamn business and leaving people alone. No, Omicron, you are the problem here. I'm sorry. If you have some fucking trauma response that makes you not like interacting with other people, that's on you. This normalized minding your own business and leaving people alone is the capitalist atomization that is leading to the high rate of suicide and depression and low rate of friendships and relationship development in our society. Like this is the problem that we have. Do you have any idea how fucked our society is if you're uncomfortable and if people are uncomfortable with being kind to one another? It's not a masculinity thing. I should just be allowed to be as unfriendly if I want to be. You can be unfriendly if you want, but that's your fault and on you. That's your problem. If you want to be unfriendly, that's your fault, problem, and a deal. Okay, not other people. Quit causing young men to kill themselves. Whatever the case may be, this social atomization, like this is the issue we're talking about right here. Why don't we just normalize being, open and mildly affectionate with people? Then why should my desire to be left alone not be respected? You can ask the people around you to leave you alone, Omicron, if you would like to. Good luck with the people who think that being kind is creepy. Yeah, these people are fucking weird. This is like really deep brainworms to me. This is like incredibly like deep social brainworms. Yeah, you quit acting like children. Okay, to date this has worked a grand total of 0 times. I don't give a fuck, Omicron. Okay, deal with your own fucking spiky hair anime protagonist nonsense in your own time. Okay. I'm talking about broader capitalist alienation and real social problems that affect lots of people. Now, I mean, really, do we not want this? I'm a very introverted person. I don't like interacting with people if it's not on my own terms. I'm fine with the stream, okay? Listen, because I'm setting the terms of this interaction. I don't like being interacted with in public. If I had coworkers, I would fucking love it if they were nice. Do you know how many jobs are made hell just because coworkers are fucking closed off like granite wall, islands? Because they're too afraid to even be mildly friendly with the people they work with? Jobs are made hell by this. Do you know how tolerable wage cage jobs are if you just have good coworkers? Have you guys never seen any of the cool hip movies where people work at like a local coffee shop and it's a great time and they get in zany adventures because they're friends with the people who they work with? Isn't that crazy? Do you think that's like a fantasy? That can happen. If with the right people, every day at work can feel like a fun school day where you sit next to your friends and you have some work to do, but hey, you're there with your friend, but it's cool. Every day can be like regular show, Sanderhall. Every day can be like regular show. I mean, maybe with less existential horror than regular show, hopefully, but essentially. Did Stefan Molyneux tweet about me? Is this about our upcoming debate? Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh, this is so cursed. Oh God. Oh no. Deeply cursed. Well. Whew. He's going to fucking murder me. Yeah, I'm retweeting Molyneux. I'm giving him exposure. I'm platforming him. Here, I'll wait. I need to say something. I'll say likewise, exclamation point. I love you too. Yeah. I don't think people understand how much better work can be when it's with people you like. The difference is night and day. Hyena, my girlfriend, did health education at university, and she worked with people she liked, and she liked work. It was fine with her. I mean, admittedly, they were making like little condom flowers, so I don't know how much real work was getting done there. But they did stuff. When I worked security, for a while, I had coworkers who I liked. They were all very nice. They treated me nice. They were hot. Not that that's essential, but they were hot. They were cool. And because that place had such a high turnover rate, bit by bit, the people I liked left, and new people came in. And the new people were horrible. The new people were overbearing, work-obsessed dipshits. And it made the job so much worse. When you're working with friends, everything can be fun. Everything can be fun. That's the great thing about friends. You know what's fun when you're doing it with friends? Fucking everything. Seriously. I would go out and pick tomatoes with friends. I don't know. I feel I could have fun with that. Everything is more fun with friends. Living with friends can be a pain? Yeah, sure. Living with anyone can be a pain. Living is a pain. Doing stuff with friends is fun. Grocery shopping. Very boring alone. Fun with friends. Going to the doctor's office, boring, waiting alone. More fun with friends if you want support when they draw your blood or whatever. If you're afraid of needles or some shit, Stuck in traffic. Boring alone. Fun with friends. Working. Any kind of work, folks. Any kind of work. As long as you're doing it with other people, obviously, if it's not completely solo work. Better with friends. But you can't get there unless you're willing to open up to people. You can't get there if you treat work like this black box that you have to enter and exit with as minimal emotional interaction as possible. You have to be able to open yourself up to other people. And that's what I think Valentine's Day should be about. That's what I think Valentine's Day should be about. I think Valentine's Day should not be about just giving flowers to the person you sleep with or whatever. I think Valentine's Day should be about encouraging people to develop appreciation and affection for those around them. Egg, I will agree that being a cashier is a tough job no matter what, because you're not like with anyone, but doing it with friends is still much better than not having friends. If you have like a friend in the other aisle that you can like shout stuff at from time to time. So that's what I want. That's Valentine's Day 2021, okay? That's what I want you guys to do. I'm serious about this, okay? Rather than for Valentine's Day 2021, you obsessing over the right fucking chocolate shit, okay? What you need to do is think of the people in your life who you like or who you just get along with or who you would like to like more and just find ways to be nice. Just find ways to be nice to them, to be affectionate. Don't be weird or creepy or anything. Just like, hey, I like working with you. I think you're cool. You know, I think you're a cool duderino. Thank you for working with me. I could do this with any of the friends that I would work with, by the way, or any of the people, sorry, that I would work with, even people I didn't get along with so well. It's easy to. And you would be surprised how quickly people's hearts will melt, how quickly the steely ice around a person's soul will melt away if you are just willing to show a little affection. It is insane how quickly people will open up, okay? And you can fuck them if you want. You can have a little bit of pussy or dick or whatever as a treat if you want.